Hey everybody. All right, so if you're joining me, you're here to learn how to do a fishing knot. And I'm going to try to teach you how to do a fishing knot the way I learned how. And when I was a kid, I had my brother Sonny. We call him Sonny. My brother Lewis. He was a fisherman and a hunter, and I had cousins who were like super duper sportsmen. They fished and hunted, and I wanted to be just like them. I looked up to them, and I remember I bought a tackle box that was like a bluish green, aqua almost. It was maybe this color, only a lot lighter. Bought a tackle box, and it was a metal tackle box. I was so proud of that. I got it at a garage sale, and I would save my money, and I would buy hooks, and I would buy sinkers, and I would buy floats and things like that, just to make my own little fishing world. And so one of the things I bought a thing of monofilament. This is not monofilament, this is braided line, but I bought a spool of monofilament line to load my Zebco 202 up with. And it came with, on the package, it showed you how to tie the line onto a hook. And so I thought, wow, that's the perfect way to do it. And so I followed it, and I have a little picture kind of like that right here. And I followed it and followed it and followed it, and I did that over and over and over and over again until I learned how to do it. And I've found that a lot of people, even fishermen, or people, I guess people who fish, don't really know how to tie a knot, tie a hook onto a line. And so I wanted to take this moment to hopefully teach you how to tie a hook. Now, this is not a hook. This is a simulation of a hook. A hook is a little bit harder to do, especially if you have fat fingers like me, because you got to kind of hold it in your hand while you're working your line with your fingers. And it's not always the easiest thing, especially when your eyesight starts going and things like that. But what you want to do, I'm going to teach you how to do the knot called the improved clinch knot. And I think this is a pretty old knot, and it's really to be used for monofilament line, which is like a single strand of plastic line. You shouldn't use it with braided line because it'll loosen up and it'll come undone. But I have a simulation of fishing line and a simulation of a hook, and I'm going to show you how to do it. So first thing you're going to do, I'm going to read the directions. I printed off some directions to show you. You're going to thread the line through the eye of the hook. And this is the way I do it. I hold my hook in my left hand, and then I thread and do my winding with my right hand. So you're going to put it through here. You're going to give yourself some line. Remember, this is a magnified version. So you're going to give yourself some extra room here. You see it? And then you're going to wrap the tag end. This is the tag end. You're going to wrap this end around the standing line. This is the standing line. 5 to 7 times. I usually go 5 times. I usually count. So you're going to go around 1, and let's pretend that this is being held by your the tag line. No, I'm sorry. What did they call it? The tag end around the standing line. So the standing line is your taut line. This is the line that's hooked to your fishing pole. Okay, so you're going to take your tag line and you're going to wrap it around this line. 1, 2, 3, 4. I really need some more line. 5. You know what? Let me get some more line. All right, so you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And this is why I usually go 5, because I get kind of tired of wrapping it. And so then you're going to take the, let's say, pass the tag end through the small loop near the eye. So over here at the eye, you're going to take your tag end, you're going to pass it through here. Okay. Just like that. Then you're going to, I hope I'm doing this right. This is the way I do it. Then you're going to pull it through here. Okay. And you're going to, hopefully this is not working like a fishing line would. You're going to tighten all this up. This is not working like a fishing line would. Here, let me do it again. Let me do it like I would. There we go. So we got it 5 times. And then you're going to pass it through here. And then back through here. Just like that. And then you're going to tighten this up. There we go. This is, I had to go, there we go. All right, so let's try it again. So we got your line, your tag line, gonna go through the eye of the hook, pull it out good little ways, because you're gonna cut this off. Whatever is left over, you're gonna cut off, so it doesn't matter quite how much you take out. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're going to go through here, go back through the little eye close to the hook, and then you're going to come back through this part. It's not working again. I think it's because this is a braided line, and it's just not wanting to go. It works okay with a fishing line, I gotta say. Let me back it off and do it with 3. I thought this was gonna work better, so I apologize. All right, so you're gonna come through here and back through this one, right? Yeah, that's how it's supposed to look. And so this is going to cinch up tight. And a little trick that my father-in-law taught me was, before you tighten this up and get it really tight, you're going to take and wet it with some saliva or some water or something like that. Somebody taught him this trick, so I don't know if there's anything to it or not, but I always do it now. Then you're going to tighten it up as tight as you can, pull both sides. So now it's nice and tight, it's not going to come loose, and you're going to clip this little piece off. I always, and I know I'm going to have some fishermen out there that are going to say, oh, you got to get it shorter. I always leave a little bit, because I have had this pull through. Maybe I didn't get it tight enough, I don't know. But I don't want to take a chance on this pulling through and losing a fish, because I've done that before. So you cut this little piece off, and now you've got your hook ready to go. And that's how you do a hook. That's how you put a line on a hook. Next time I'll show you how to do a little different reels, different rigs. So like the Texas rig that I always use for bass fishing, that my father-in-law taught me that one, and I always use that for fishing for bass. If you have, and I looked this up, I don't know this one off the top of my head, so I'm going to learn something new with you today. If you have a braided line like this is, then you're going to do the Palomar knot, right? So you got your hook and you've got your line. I'm going to read the directions for you. Double about 6 inches of line, right? This is more than 6, but this is simulation, right? This is magnified. So you're going to double it over like that. You're going to pass the loop through the hook eye, doink, like that. You're going to tie a simple overhand knot, just like this. Don't tighten it though. You're going to leave it kind of loose like this. You're going to pass the hook through the big loop. Do I have enough? I do, barely. Okay, so I got my hook through the big loop. You're going to wet the line, and then you're going to pull it tight. And this is what it's supposed to look like. That's pretty cool. So that's for use with braided line. Make it prettier. And that is how to do a Palomar. So now you know. Now I know. So I hope you learned something. Go out and catch a fish. These knots you can use for, I guess, any kind of hook. I like to fish for catfish sometimes. I like to eat catfish. I like to fish for bass. That's my, I guess, favorite now. I need to learn how to fish for other things. You know, Jesus said he would make us fishers of men. And so I'm trying to become a fisher of men. And I'm finding that it's not as hard as I thought it was going to be a fisher of men. I'm also finding that whenever I ask somebody if they go to church or if they're a believer or something like that, at least out here in the Southeast, everybody says, yeah, they usually go to church. Some don't. And so I'll talk to them about it. I'll ask them questions and talk to them about it. So use this, take this, watch it over and over and over again if you need to. Go catch you a fish. Go out fishing. Take somebody fishing. If you're an older person, take a young person fishing. If you want to get to know somebody, take them fishing. Because there are times when there's a lot of boredom going on and you get to know somebody because you get to talk to them because there's not much going on. And you also get to enjoy fishing and enjoy the outdoors. So you all have a great one. Go fishing for fish and for men. Love you. Take care, and I'll talk to you next time.